This is not an Aventus clone, but somehow it lives in the same world. Today I'll compare Mancera Cedrat Boise with Creed Aventus. Hey, welcome back to my channel. From the start I want to tell you that this fragrance is not a direct clone of Aventus, but it's a scent that has the same fruity, woody, slightly leathery structure that reminds me of Aventus. The scent was released in 2011 and even today is still a banger, an easy to wear everyday scent all year round and a strong compliment getter. So if you like Aventus style fragrances and you want compliments, give this scent a try. The perfumer of this scent is not other than Pierre Montal, which is also the owner of the brand Mancera and Montal. Now, the note comparison is not that important because what matters the most is how the scent actually smells when you test them side by side. But for the sake of this video, both have a citrusy bright opening, a fruity transition to a woody musky base. However, Cedrat Boise adds spices, a more complex fruitiness, leather, a creamy sandalwood and a slightly sweeter vanilla base. Now opening, I will spray the fragrances on a test strip because I already have something on my hand and I don't want to mix things up. I will do one spray each. Now I will leave them for like 2-3 seconds for the alcohol to evaporate, and yeah, they smell the same. No, joking. So in the first 10-15 seconds the scents are very close. You have that citrusy bright opening in both fragrances. However, as the time passes, after like 1-2 minutes, they go in a different direction. Cedrat Boise becomes more citrusy and fruity. It smells like a mix of citrus fruits. I get some orange, some lemon, maybe some bergamot, and some other fruits that my brain cannot distinguish at the moment. There is also something spicy and aromatic. The scent feels big, bold, and a bit all over the place, but in a captivating way. It's not in a bad way. The citruses also have a slightly metallic edge which you can pick up very easily, and in the background you have this leathery and woody combo waiting to reveal. Aventus on the other hand, it's smooth and balanced, nothing jumps out. It's fruity, woody and slightly floral. It feels more mature and classy than Cedrat Boise. Here at this stage I think it's around like 50-60% closer to the opening of Aventus. The similarities are a citrusy fruity opening on a woody floral background in both fragrances. The difference is Cedrat Boise is more explosive and aggressive, a lot more citrusy and fruity. Aventus is more refined and controlled, less citrusy and more balanced than Cedrat Boise. Again, I want to remind you that these percentages are not something scientific, it's just a way for me to present you how close I think the counterpart is to Aventus, which in this case is Cedrat Boise. Now in the mid, the similarity stays around the same percentages, which is 50-60%, and to be honest, Cedrat Boise doesn't get any closer to Aventus. Both move into a more woody and earthy direction from this point. However, Cedrat Boise keeps that slightly metallic citrus edge from the opening. The leathery notes start getting more and more prominent, and now you also get some creamy sandalwood in the mix, something that you don't have in Aventus. Of course, the fruitiness is still there in both scents. There are some faint florals, but very toned down in Cedrat Boise compared to Aventus. Something else that you have in Aventus and you don't have in Cedrat Boise, it's a patchouli note, which here you can pick up very easily, and it's very specific to Aventus, and it's something that Club de Nuit Intense Man is trying to copy. This patchouli note adds a nice woody and earthy tone to the fragrance and makes it feel more refined than Cedrat Boise. So far both fragrances are nice journeys, but Cedrat Boise compared to Aventus feels like a roller coaster. Neon lights, energy, movement, it feels more playful and adventurous than Aventus. So for me, Cedrat Boise, it feels more Aventus than Aventus is. Aventus on the other hand, it feels like driving a luxury car through the countryside of Italy or France. Everything is smooth, controlled, elegant. You have this nice car with leather interior. You stop for a nice lunch, maybe some classical music in the background. So what I'm trying to say is that both are great, just very different experiences. Here in the mid, the similarities are only that fruity to woody transition, and the differences are a lot. Cedrat Boise is creamier, leathery and slightly metallic. Aventus feels more smoother, more balanced, more refined and earthy due to the patchouli note, which is missing in Cedrat Boise. Dry down. In the dry down, similarity drops to 40%. Both are woody and musky. However, Cedrat Boise is sweeter, creamier, with a noticeable vanilla note. The leather aspect, which is missing in Aventus, is still there, but a little bit toned down, and to be honest adds a nice dimension to the fragrance, which makes it more interesting than Aventus. Aventus, we have these dry woods, more earthy, more mossy, it's more elegant and smooth. Both are very nice, and my final thoughts while comparing these two scents, I realized that they actually work well together. You can have Cedrat Boise for a casual daily wear or even going out. Aventus for more formal special occasion events or meetings. They are not redundant. Now, Cedrat Boise feels like a different interpretation, not a direct clone, a different interpretation of the same idea. You can imagine a more citrusy, fruity, creamy and leathery and sweet Aventus, a bit more playful and more present in the room Aventus. Now, performance, this is an EDP. It lasts 8 to 10 hours on my skin. It has a strong projection for the first 2 hours with a very good sillage. You get a fruity, creamy, woody trail that gets the attention that you need. Now, compliments, it's highly compliment and easy to like. Not offensive, but the opening is strong, so don't overspray it. Now, seasons, very versatile. You can wear it all year round in almost any situation. I wear this at the office, going out, date. It's very versatile. When I like to wear this the most is in the spring, when it's not that warm outside and you can wear like a shirt and a leather jacket. Now, price, you have two sizes, 60 milliliters like this bottle and 120 milliliters. The 60 milliliters is around $100, 120 milliliters around $160. Now, the good part, at discounters, it's around $80 for 120 milliliters, which I think at this price for a niche scent with a good performance and similarity scent profile to Aventus, I think it's a very good deal, more like a steal. Yeah, so that was my take on Cedrat Boise versus Aventus. I hope you found something useful here. If so, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and until the next time, take care.